We'll begin our class by finding a comfortable position to rest in. You could choose to lay down, or you could find a seated position. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, whatever allows you to feel grounded, connected with the earth. Once you've chosen a shape that works for you, maybe closing your eyes or allowing your gaze to soften downward. And scanning through the body, noticing any areas where you feel like you're holding on, where there's tension. And imagine yourself softening and releasing a little bit of that tension out of the body. At each place where the body makes contact with the ground, allowing that ground to really support you. Allowing those supports to take your weight. Giving you the opportunity to soften even further. Releasing effort from the muscles. And allowing yourself to just be. Without trying to change anything, let's turn our attention to our breathing. Noticing how the body feels as you inhale and exhale. Noticing what parts of the body move as you breathe. And noticing the quality and depth of the breath. If you do notice that your breathing is a bit shallow or fast, try drawing the next inhale a little bit deeper into the body. Visualizing the air traveling down the back of the throat, filling up the lungs, the rib cage expands, and then the diaphragm presses down and the belly rises. As you exhale, let the belly soften as the diaphragm draws back up. The air empties out of the lungs, the ribs knit back together. The air travels up the throat, out through the nose. Following the path that the breath takes with each inhale and each exhale. And finding a rhythm of breath that's comfortable for you. If after a few breaths you feel that you're getting too deeply, it's too intense, allow yourself to ease back a little and find a rhythm of breath that's sustainable. Once you've found a rhythm that works for you, we'll start to invite some small movement back to the body. Gently wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Maybe circling wrists and ankles and turning the head from side to side. And bringing the body back to stillness, pausing for a moment and noticing if you've lost that rhythmic breathing. Finding it once again. If you are in a reclined position, taking a moment to draw your knees into your chest and roll over onto one side of the body. Pausing for a moment, allowing yourself to adjust. And then slowly coming all the way up to a seated position. Choosing whatever seated shape you like the best. Anchoring down through both sitting bones and allowing yourself to lengthen the spine, sitting up tall. From here, let's drop the chin down to the chest and we'll roll the chin over towards one shoulder. We'll go back down through center and over to the other side. Taking your time, moving slowly. Feeling free to pause in any one spot if you think you need a longer or deeper stretch. And then we'll bring the head all the way back up to center. And start to warm the shoulders, lifting shoulders up towards the ears and then squeezing the shoulder blades together, drawing them down the back. As we inhale, lifting up, and as we exhale, squeezing and lowering. Taking your time and focusing on the sensation between the shoulder blades. And working to match your movement to your breath. And we'll change direction, still lifting up on the inhale, but as we exhale, we'll roll the shoulders forward. Spread the shoulder blades nice and wide. And let's bring the body back to stillness. As we inhale, let's take both hands up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, let's spread the hands out to the sides, drop them back down to the ground. Inhaling up, lifting up, looking up. Exhaling, releasing everything downward. Allowing your movement to match your breath. And again, exploring any sensation that comes with this movement, noticing the muscles of the upper back, of the arms. Noticing the feeling of the breath. And inhaling all the way out this time. As we exhale, we'll drop just the left hand down, extend the right arm over towards the left side. As we inhale, we'll come back up through center. And exhale the other direction, dropping the right hand, extending the left arm up and over. Using each inhale to come to center, and the exhale to move to one side or the other. Good. With the next inhale, reaching both hands up. As we exhale, drop the left hand onto the left knee, the right hand behind or beside us. We'll inhale, pressing into those hands, lengthening the spine. As we exhale, let's draw the right shoulder back, looking over the right shoulder towards the wall behind us. As we inhale, we'll press down into the ground, lengthening the body. And as we exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper, releasing some tension. Finding a little bit of space to twist. Using the strength of the arms to lengthen the spine. And the strength of the abdomen to twist a little bit deeper. Good, let's inhale, releasing, reaching all the way back up. As we exhale, we'll drop the right hand down onto the right knee, left hand behind or beside us. We'll inhale, pressing into the hands, and exhale, twist open towards the left side. Breathing in to lengthen, breathing out to twist. And let's inhale to release, coming back to center. And we'll make our way up into a tabletop shape, moving any props out of the way, coming onto our hands and our knees. Let's allow the hands to be about shoulder distance apart, the knees to be around hip distance apart. Toes can be flat on the floor, or you can tuck them under for stability. Let's grip down through all the fingertips and press into the floor, finding a neutral spine. Gazing straight down ahead of you. As we inhale, let's lower the belly, draw the shoulders back, and look forward for cow pose. As we exhale, let's round the spine, spread the shoulders, and look back to the knees for cat. We'll go back and forth between those two, using the inhale to lengthen the front of the body, and exhale to lengthen the back of the body. Taking your time and making these movements as big or as small as you'd like. Matching movement with breath. Once return to a neutral spine, we'll take the knees a little bit wider apart. We'll keep the arms pretty straight as we walk the hands out in front of us, allowing the hips to stay lifted, making our way into extended puppy pose. As we inhale, let's reach the fingertips away from the tailbone. As we exhale, let's soften the chest and forehead down towards the ground. Inhaling to find length and exhaling to find softness. And let's release, walking the hands all the way back up towards the body. We'll untuck the toes, move the knees even wider apart, and sit the hips back onto the heels, allowing the upper body to rest down onto the ground. Focusing on releasing the hips down and back, lengthening the tailbone down and back to find some space through the lower part of the spine. And allow the upper body to relax as much as possible. You can bend through the elbows, either a little bit or a lot. You can rest your forehead down on the ground or on the backs of your arms. And take a moment to breathe into the back of the body, feeling the back of the rib cage expand with each inhale. And then allow the hips to soften down and back with each exhale. And let's make our way back up into tabletop, allowing the knees to align under the hips. Hands under the shoulders. We'll grip down through the fingertips. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Focusing on pressing the floor away. You can choose if you want to pedal out through your feet, bending knees and bending ankles. Finding some movement or resting in stillness. Continuing to focus on pressing the floor away, lifting hips up and back. And we'll bring ourselves back to stillness, bring a little bit of a bend to the knees, and we'll walk the hands back towards the feet, making our way into a forward fold at the back of the mat, keeping a deep bend in the knees, allowing the head to hang heavy, belly to rest on the thighs. You can nod your head yes or shake your head no to release tension. As we inhale, let's straighten the legs, straighten the spine. We'll come to half back, resting the hands on the shins. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward once again. From here, planting the hands, walking them out in front of us until we find our way back into our downward facing dog. Taking a moment again to pedal out through the feet or to rest in stillness. And then when you're ready, bending the knees, looking forward, we'll take small steps up to the top of the mat, this time finding forward fold near the top of the mat. Allowing the knees to remain bent, head to hang heavy. As we inhale, we'll straighten the legs, straighten the spine, bring hands to shins for half back, Ardha Uttanasana. And we'll exhale, folding forward. As we inhale, let's bend through the knees even deeper, sweep the hands out to the sides and come all the way up to standing, allowing the palms to meet up overhead. We'll exhale, drawing those hands down to heart center. As we inhale, let's reach up, look up. As we exhale, we'll bend the knees and fold. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to full plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Staying in stillness or pedaling out through the feet, focusing on pressing the floor away, lifting hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in, and then on the exhale, bend the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, coming to forward fold at the back of the mat. As we inhale, we'll move to half back. Exhale to fold. And then inhale, bend the knees even deeper. Sweep hands out to the sides. We'll come all the way up to standing, allowing palms to meet up overhead. And we'll exhale those hands down to heart center. Again, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, bending the knees and folding. We'll inhale for half back. And exhale to fold, walk the hands out in front of you, coming into a downward facing dog. Good. As we inhale, we'll bend the knees looking forward. As we exhale, let's step the right foot up in between the hands. Setting up for a high lunge, we want the right knee stacking over right ankle, right toes point forwards. Left heel stays lifted, toes are tucked under. Let's start to transfer a little bit more weight into that back foot, get lighter on the fingertips, and then we'll inhale, rising all the way up. You can bring your hands to your heart or you can extend them up overhead. Take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we'll fold forward, planting the hands on the ground, stepping the left foot up to meet the right, coming to our forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. We'll exhale, hands down to heart center. As we inhale, we'll reach up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees and fold, Uttanasana. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat, forward fold. We'll inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, plant hands, walk out into downward facing dog. Inhale, bending the knees, looking forward. Exhale, step through with the left foot, setting up for a high lunge on the side. Left knee stacks over left ankle. Right heel presses back. We'll get a little bit lighter on our fingertips as we get heavier through the right ball of the foot. And then inhale, coming up, either bringing hands together in front of the heart or extending them up overhead. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, drop the hands, step the right foot forward, forward fold. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. And inhale, bend the knees, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. We'll exhale, hands down to heart center. Let's pause for a moment in our mountain pose, releasing arms at the sides. Allowing the feet to be about hip distance apart. Toes can either point directly forwards or slightly out to the sides. Let's lift up through the crown of the head, getting a little bit taller, and root down through the balls of the feet and the heels. Allowing our arches to lift slightly. And as you press down through the feet, start to activate the muscles of the legs, engaging through the quads, engaging through the glutes. As we inhale, we'll lengthen. As we exhale, we'll ground down. Noticing any sensation through the body. Breathing slow and steady. Good. When you're ready, inhaling, we'll reach up. Exhaling, let's bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, let's bend the knees and drop them down onto the ground. We'll untuck the toes, and then keeping the eyes of the elbows facing forward, so the inner part of the elbow facing forward, we'll bend through the elbows and lower halfway down, just until your body comes in line with your elbows. We'll press all the way back up. Tuck the toes under and lift up and back to downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees looking forward. On the exhale, we'll step the right foot through. Let's inhale, coming all the way up, high lunge. Exhale, drop the hands, step the left foot forward to meet the right. We'll inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up overhead. Exhaling, hands down to heart center. Good, other side, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, we'll bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to full, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll bend the knees, drop them down onto the ground. Untuck the toes. As we exhale, keeping the elbows in close to the body, we'll lower halfway down, looking straight down at the ground. We'll lift all the way back up, tuck the toes, and move back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here, bending the knees. As we exhale, we'll step the left foot forward, setting up for high lunge. We'll inhale, rising up. Exhale, drop the hands down, step the right foot forward. Inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Join the hands together and exhale down to heart center. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. We'll inhale for half back. Exhale to full, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale, bending the knees, looking forward. Exhale, drop those knees down, untuck the toes. Keep the elbows in close to the body. Keep the core engaged. So just like we did in our tabletop pose, press the floor away, find some space between the shoulder blades. Hug those elbows in and lower halfway down. Rising all the way up. We'll tuck the toes under, lift the knees, move up and back, downward facing dog. Option to stay still as you inhale or to lift the right foot up behind you. As you exhale, step that right foot forward. This time we'll turn the left toes out onto a 45-degree angle, drop the heel down onto the ground. And as we inhale, we'll move up into our warrior one. So hips and shoulders square forward. Press down through the outer edge of the left foot, through the left heel. Arms are engaged, hands are engaged. We'll inhale, lengthen the body up. As we exhale, drop the hands down, step that left foot forward to meet the right for forward fold. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, rise up. Exhaling, we'll draw hands down to heart center. Other side, let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to full, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll bend the knees looking forward, dropping those knees down to the ground, untucking the toes. As we exhale, we'll lower halfway down. Inhale, press all the way up, lift up and back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, either staying still or lifting left foot up behind you. As you exhale, step forward. We'll turn the right toes open on a 45-degree angle. And we'll inhale, rising up to our warrior one. Hips and shoulders face forward. If you have trouble squaring your hips, you can always step your right foot a little bit wider or a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, drop the hands, step forward, forward fold. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Extend the arms up overhead, join the palms together, and then draw them down to heart center as you exhale. Let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to full, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bending the knees, looking forward, dropping those knees down, untucking the toes. As we exhale, we'll lower halfway down. Inhale, press all the way up and back. Exhale to downward facing dog. Option to stay still or inhale, lift the right foot up behind you. As you exhale, step that right foot through. We'll turn the left toes open to a 90-degree angle, pointing all the way out to the side. As we inhale, we'll windmill that left arm all the way back behind us. Extend the right arm out in front, coming into warrior two. Right knee stacks over right ankle. Left foot is heavy. We'll gaze over top of the right hand. You can stay in stillness, or inhale, drop the left hand down, reach the right hand high for exalted warrior. And we'll exhale, windmill the hands down onto the ground, turn those left toes forward, step them up to the front. Inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Other side, let's inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. We'll inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking forward, bending knees, dropping them down to the ground and untucking toes. Continuing to move forward as we exhale, bending the elbows, lowering halfway down. Coming all the way back up, high plank. Tuck the toes under and exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, maybe lifting the left foot up behind you. As you exhale, step that left foot through. Turn the right toes open to the side. And on the inhale, we'll come all the way up to warrior two, drawing the right hand back, left arm forward. Option to stay here, or inhaling, dropping the right hand, lifting the left hand. As we exhale, we'll bring both hands down to frame the left foot and step the right foot up to meet the hands and foot. Inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach those hands up overhead. We'll exhale, drawing them down to heart center. And release them at our sides, coming into mountain pose. Finding an active, engaged mountain pose. Rooting down and lengthening up. Allowing your breath to slow and steady. Notice what you feel in your body. From here, let's inhale, reaching both hands up overhead. As we exhale, we'll bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll bend the knees, drop them down to the ground, looking forward. As we exhale, we'll lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale all the way back up, and then exhale up and back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, option to lift the right foot up behind you. On the exhale, step that right foot through. Let's turn the left toes open to the side. And we'll bring the right elbow onto right knee. Inhaling, opening the body up to the side of the room, extending the left arm forward for extended side angle. On the exhale, we'll drop that left hand and right hand back down. Turn the left toes forward and step them up. And exhale to fold. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise away. Draw hands together and down towards the heart. Other side, let's inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale for half back. Exhale to full, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, shift the weight forward, drop the knees down, untuck the toes. As we exhale, elbows close to the body, lower halfway down. Inhale, back up, high plank. Tuck the toes under, exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Staying still in the inhale, we're lifting the left foot up behind you. As you exhale, step the left foot up in between the hands. Let's turn those right toes open to the side. Bring the left elbow to rest on left knee, and then inhale, open the body up to the side of the room, extending the right arm forward. Extended side angle. On the exhale, we'll drop both hands down and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhaling, hands down, heart center. Once again, let's inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, we'll bend the knees and fold. Inhaling for half back. Exhaling to fold, planting hands, stepping back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, shifting the weight forward, option to leave the knees lifted. As we exhale, we'll lower halfway down. Inhale, rise up, high plank. And exhale, all the way up and back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, option to lift the right foot up. As we exhale, we'll step that right foot forward. Turn the left toes open to the side. Inhale, coming all the way up to our warrior two. As we exhale, we'll straighten out the right leg. Shift the left hip back. Shift the right hand forward and drop it down. Extending the left arm up towards the ceiling. Allowing there to be as much focus on lifting as there is on lowering. Let's take one more nice deep breath in. And out. And then on the inhale, draw the left hand back, bend through the right knee. Make our way back to our warrior two. As we exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the ground, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the hands up overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Good, other side, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, bending the knees and folding. Let's inhale for half back. Exhale to fold, step back, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll shift our weight forward. Option to drop the knees down onto the ground. As we exhale, we'll bend the elbows and lower halfway down. Inhale all the way back up, high plank. And exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, option to lift left foot up behind you. Exhale, drawing the left foot forward, planting it on the ground, turning the right toes open to the side. As we inhale, we'll come up to our warrior two, extending right arm back, left arm forward. As we exhale, we'll start to straighten out through the left leg, shift the right hip back, left arm forward, and then drop that left arm down as you reach the right arm high. Here we want to focus on stacking the shoulders, opening the body up to the side, and reaching up as much as we reach down. Let's take another nice deep breath in, and deep breath out. And then as we inhale, we'll rise all the way up, bending through the left knee, coming into warrior two. Let's exhale those hands down to the ground and step the right foot forward. Inhaling for half back. Exhale to fold. We'll inhale, reach up, rise up. Join the hands and draw them down to heart center before releasing them at the sides. Finding a mountain pose, nice and stable and steady. Grounding down through both feet. Lifting up through the crown of the head. Finding something in front of you that's not moving to look at. And allow your gaze to focus and then soften. Bring both onto the hips, and we'll start to shift our weight over to the left, bringing a slight bend into the left knee. We'll lift the right knee up, bringing it to around a 90-degree angle. If you need the support of a wall, you're welcome to that, holding on with the left hand or the right. This might be where you choose to stay. Or if you're feeling pretty strong and balanced, continue to focus on whatever you're gazing at. Keep your breath steady and start to straighten out through that right leg. Lifting that left foot a little bit higher if you can. Start to notice any sensation through the right quads. Breathing in, and then we'll bend that knee once again. This time we'll reach down and take hold of the big toe or the outer edge of the right foot. Straighten all the way back up. Refocus your gaze. And either stay here or start to straighten out that right leg. Pressing the right heel forward, lengthening the body. Breathing in to get a little bit taller. And then breathing out to bend that knee and release all the way back upright and down onto the ground. Let's take a moment to roll through wrists, roll through ankles. And then we'll find our mountain pose once again. Bring both hands onto our hips, and we'll start to shift our weight over into our right foot, finding our drishti, our focal point. Slight bend through the right knee. And then we'll lift the left knee, bringing that knee to around 90 degrees. Choosing to use the support of a wall if you'd like. And choosing to stay here, or to try extending that left leg out straight in front of you, pressing the left heel forward. Feeling the muscles of the left quad start to turn on. Breathing slowly in. And then releasing back to 90 degrees. Choosing to stay here, or reaching down for the left toe or the outer edge of the left foot. Straightening all the way back up again. And if you'd like, trying to extend that left leg out in front of you. Straightening out through the left leg, lengthening the spine. And then we'll release, bending that knee and stepping all the way back down onto the ground. Let's take a moment to roll through ankles, roll through wrists. And we'll come back to stillness. Let's take our feet mat distance apart. We'll let the big toes point open on around a 45-degree angle. We'll bring our hands together in front of our hearts. As we inhale, let's lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, let's bend the knees, lower the hips all the way down, bringing the elbows to rest inside of the knees. You can adjust the distance between your feet to find something that's comfortable for you or relatively comfortable for you. Take a nice deep breath in, dropping the tailbone down, lengthening the crown up. And exhale, same thing, drop the tailbone down, lengthen the crown up. Good, let's release the hands. We'll place them back behind us and sit all the way down onto the ground. We'll extend the feet out in front of us. Sit up in our staff pose, flexing at the ankles, the toes point up or draw back towards the body. You can rest your hands on your thighs or at your sides. Root down through both sitting bones and lengthen up through the crown of the head. From here, let's extend our arms out in front of us. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, slowly start to roll down, drawing the low belly in and rolling down one vertebra at a time, so slow. Once you come all the way down, allow your arms to extend up overhead and rest your body down on the ground. Taking a nice deep breath in, stretching fingers away from toes. And then softening, bringing the arms back down alongside the body. Let's take them out into a T shape. And just as we did in our standing pose, let's bend the right knee to 90 degrees. Take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we'll guide that right knee across the body to the left side, coming into a twist. And if you feel that you want to shift your shoulders slightly to the left, you can, so that they line up over top of the hips. And then if it's comfortable for your neck, you can turn to look towards your right fingertips. Softening your gaze or allowing your eyes to close completely. Breathing in, finding some space in the body. And breathing out, allowing that right knee to soften down towards the ground. And let's release. We'll come all the way back up to center. Extending the right leg out long on the mat, bringing the shoulders back to the center of the mat if you shifted them over, and looking up towards the ceiling. From here, let's bend the left knee to 90 degrees. Again, just as we did in our standing pose, knee is in line with the hip, ankle is in line with the knee. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, we'll guide that left knee across the body. Coming into a twist in the other direction, feeling free to shift the shoulders a little bit to the right if you need to, so that your spine feels nicely aligned. You can look straight up, or you can gaze over towards the left side. Letting your gaze soften or your eyes close. As you inhale, let the body fill up with air. And as you exhale, release not only the air, but maybe a little bit of tension. And let's release, coming all the way back up to center. Extend the left leg out onto the mat. Bring the body back to the center of the space you're in. And take the feet a little bit wider, letting the heels reach the top corners of the mat and let the toes rock open to the sides. Let's take a moment to bring the elbows in. We'll draw the shoulders down the back, pressing the shoulder blades into the mat. And then we'll extend the arms out alongside the body at whatever angle is most comfortable. You can allow your palms to face up towards the ceiling or down towards the ground, choosing whichever option feels most natural for you or most beneficial. We'll tuck the chin down towards the heart, lengthening the back of the neck. And allow the eyes to softly close. Releasing the jaw open, allowing the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And starting to really connect with the support beneath the body. If for any reason this position is not comfortable for you, you can choose another one that is. Maybe rolling to your side or coming to a seated shape. Whatever works best in your body at this moment. Finding something that allows you to feel completely comfortable, completely supported. And something that will allow you to release tension and let go of any sense of muscular engagement, any sense of holding on. Allowing yourself to feel so supported by the ground beneath you. At each and every place where the body makes contact with the ground, let yourself feel that connection. And maybe allow yourself to get a bit heavier, a bit more grounded. If you have been focusing on controlling the breath, even letting that go, allowing your breathing to return to whatever rhythm is comfortable and natural for you. We'll allow ourselves a few moments here just to be, just to exist in this space, in this time. And let's start to gently wiggle fingers and wiggle toes, paying special attention to how that feels after a long stillness. You can start to make the movement bigger, circling wrists and circling ankles. Maybe turning the head from side to side. Bringing the body back to stillness. If you are laying on your back, taking a moment to draw your knees into your chest and roll over onto one side of the body. Pause there for a moment. Giving yourself some time to adjust. And then whenever you feel ready, coming all the way back up to a seated position, whichever one you prefer. We'll ground through both sides of the body. Sit up tall, lengthen the crown of the head up. And then draw hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Thank you for joining me and allowing me to guide you through this practice. From my light to yours, namaste.